Oh, hi, what people, if you are watching, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have food, water, and all that you need. Take your meds. I had an interesting start to the day. Oh, my phone's going off. That's a problem. Do I need it to be going off? No, I do not. That is my own notification. I know I sent it. That is how it works. I sent it. I should not get it. I need this open, because I forgot to. It may be smart to actually use my fake mini Steam Deck sometimes. That may be a smart choice. Connecting you. It's on. I'm opening it. It is open. Thank you. Alright. On an interesting start to the morning. A little bit of a late start. Well, late. I have, since the last stream, changed my sleep schedule to be even earlier. Technically not. Because I'm not a night person. I really am not. It just leaves me groggy the next day. So I've been going full into morning, and it's taking a minute to get used to it, but I'm definitely liking it a whole lot more. Because I always like laying in bed for a good half hour at least, which gives my cat Dusty time to come over and cuddle with me. Most of the time it ends up being an hour. And because I was waking up at 8, that meant I was getting out at 9, and then by 11, 11, I was finally getting work done, and I liked eating lunch at 11. So a lot of mornings I just didn't get anything done. And I know after literally keeping time stamps of myself and like little timesheets, that I'm more productive in the morning. So it sounds crazy, but I've moved my wake up time to 6:30, which sounds crazy until you consider I go to bed at 10. So it's still 8.5 hours. I was getting like 10.5 before, or 10 before. Granted, that was made with a consideration I usually didn't get to bed at 10 or fall asleep at 10. And I usually have to wake up in the middle of the night for something or other to Dusty. And that would also give me a slow start, so it wasn't a sudden thing when my alarm woke me up. But I'm getting used to abrupt wake up, but a slow morning. So it's definitely abrupt waking up at 6:30 because it's still winter. It's midwinter. Well, most people think it's December. Here, it's January. That's midwinter. This is when we finally get the frost and snow. Well, snow, we get ice. So, I wake up before the sun's even up. I open my curtains and I can see just the ever ghosting of light in the distance. And that's all I get. Spend the first half hour reading, second half hour probably on my phone, and then by an hour in, I'm gonna go get up, take a shower, make breakfast. And because I'm waking up earlier, I'm actually hungry enough in the morning to eat breakfast, and it's not so close to lunch that I can also do lunch. So I'm actually eating all the meals of the day again. Because before, I just have a big lunch and a big dinner and probably a snack after dinner. But now, I don't need to do that. It's just light meals a day through, and I have the energy to get stuff done in the morning. And be more expressive. Because honestly, it was taking me a minute right now to get the energy up. Like, I feel good. I know I feel good. Let me feel good. Because I had a fun experiment this morning. I got coconut flour because I want to make gluten-free mini muffins for an event next week. And coconut flour is a fun thing to work with. It's a very picky flour. It just happened to be the cheapest alternative flour that I saw at the store. I am now aware there are just flat out gluten-free flours that are far easier to work with and just a direct substitution. Coconut flour is not that. And it is not. The first time I used it, it was after putting the flour in the recipe. I made my good old shortbread. There's a shortbread cookie recipe that I've been using for a while, and it's a favorite of some of my friends. And it did not turn out. It was after putting it in that it said, hey, maybe only use 20 to 15% of it substitute. And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Does that mean I can't use only coconut flour? And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to use the full amount. That was the issue. And deal with the consequences. I dealt with the consequences. So, I made mini pancake muffins today, also using the coconut flour, and this time I learned why my cookies turned out so flippin' dry. Like, you take a bite into this, and suddenly you have a mouthful of sand bad. Grant, for some reason other people liked it. I can't do it. I can't eat them. I actually need to throw the rest of them away. Coconut flour is extremely absorbent. So you're only supposed to use like a 4 for third cup of the amount. And so this morning I did a 4th cup for a cup of flour in the recipe, and they were gooey. They didn't quite turn out. And for some reason they were really freaking smoky, which I did not have that problem with the shortbread. I don't know what that was. I'm going to have to experiment with it more, but hopefully by next Friday, this coming Friday actually, because it's Saturday now. This coming Friday, I'll have it done. I'll have it figured out. I want to do one more recipe that's probably just going to be I hit my boom arm. It's probably going to be a small thing for myself. I need to find something that uses flour that I can just do a mini batch of for myself. Ooh, wait, I might do a small batch of cookie dough. Like edible, just to eat the cookie dough. That sounds really good. I might do that. Because our beloved neighbors, they brought over, I don't want to make bread, because they brought over a delicious zucchini chocolate chip bread. You don't even taste the zucchini. This thing looks like it doesn't know what a vegetable is. And there's somebody flying over me in Minecraft because I have Minecraft open. Speaking of Minecraft, today we're going to be finally building the Nether Hub. We spent last stream excavating it, so I'm going to get started on building it. I don't know how much more needs to be excavated. I know Penguin she left behind some pillars. I'm assuming that's the only thing that got left behind in the excavation. But I want to get started on building it and actually make some progress in it. And hopefully we can at the very least get the central area done. If not, the central and north area done. Because those are pretty small portions. So there's a race car in front of me. There's pretty small portions of the Nether Hub compared to everything else. So that's what we're going to do today. And race car's walking around in front of me. So I'm going to actually go into game and unmute. Hi, race car. Oh, you made it. Why is it not showing the screen? Oh, because this last game we played was Penguin Hotel. They make squeaky noises. Okay, hold on. Let me turn up. Oh, that's great. I want to pick one up the whole. That's fantastic. There you go. That's great. I want to show off. I made more of the server horse friendly. I should make a group in case other people decide to join. Yup. Yup. Open. Streaming. Let's go with that. Or live, I think is the easiest one because that's gonna just show up easier. There we go. And I'm gonna turn my status to live so people know. Oh right, there you can rename them too. Oh, that's great. Alright, he's just leaving it there. I need to go. We made a little bit more progress. I want to make the server more horse friendly. Also, somewhat just train my horse up more. And you probably saw for a brief second, I've been adding more path. I need to brainstorm some ideas, and you will see why I'm really excited about that in the video. But we removed the portion of crops that were here. I'm probably going to keep this. I'm not too sure. We will see. I might actually move the plateau to up here around the tree instead. I don't know what I'm quite doing there. But I'm building a bridge that's gonna, well, not bridge, path that's gonna loop around the existing hillside and come all the way down to my portal and connect up to that. But I want to build a little thing for that first. So it's not quite connected up yet. But I did. Let's actually use Sanic for this. And sleep. Hey, why am I using my bed? When I can use my bed. Let's hop on Sanic. He's a little slow, but we need to train him up anyway. We added superb steeds to the server. So horses all start at the same default value, but you can make them faster. You can train them up by using them. And so I have a goal of just making the server far more horse friendly. And sadly, this is just the fastest you get. Somebody sprint running could easily keep up, if not pass me. So that's fun. Also, they're making more progress! And it looks great, and I need to light up more of this. That is something I need to do. Let me add that to my list. There's some small tasks I just need to do. Light up spawn. I need to re-add the elytras to the spawn tree as well. Which is that tree over... There's a lot of trees there. Is that big tree over there covered in the banners? There used to be looter chests there. But I think from updating our mods, the looter mod at some point, it removed those chests. Because I'm pretty... that should be a safe chunk to access. And everybody should be able to do it easily. Because those are spawn chunks, so they are protected to some extent. But yes, dead. So there's path going all the way out here. But the elytra chest got removed. With looter, the elytras are actually looter chests instead of item frames. And this bridge has already been here for a hot minute, but what hasn't been here... Well, I extended it. What hasn't been here is the path going all the way out to the other side of this island. I think it's technically... Yeah, it is technically an island. It's complete... Oh, no, it's not. I don't know what to call this then, because it is connected right there. I don't know what to call it. But it goes all the way across this mountain, or hill, whatever this is. That is not what I wanted. Oh, yep, there's still frogs around. There's still plenty of frogs. They've just become an invasive species over here. I don't know where I got eggs. Where did they? But there is a beautiful path going all the way out this way, and it goes around Lilac and all the way out to Misty. And actually past Misty, too. So I do want to extend this all the way out. Way down. You can see where the path is. Way down along this coastline and along this coastline. Across the way. All the way down here to Penguin. So that's going to take a while. But... Also, Race Guy, I don't know if you heard me. Oh yeah, we had spears. I am in a group if you want to join. We have this path going all the way out here. I had a lovely, fun time yesterday. That's the reason I haven't started editing yet. I'm going to start editing today. It's because I did have a time lapse of me making this entire path. But in the middle of it, I moved this sign one block over with carry on. I picked it up and moved it, which should be fine, right? That's fine. That's expected. But Flashback said, we don't know what to do with that. And it crashes the recording, even when I'm exporting it. So, that recording is completely useless, and Flashback is being very annoying because despite me accessing the recording the same day, literally 2 hours later, the only difference is I went to go get lunch. It's insisting... Hey, the mods aren't right. You have a mod conflict going on. There's a mismatch here, even though there isn't. And I tried moving up Flashback, I tried moving it back down. It's just corrupted. Even though these were two separate recordings, so I did a Flashback for between the spawn district and the shopping district. And then I did a different recording for Lilac all the way out here to Misty. And despite the spawn district one being fine, there's no problems, exported perfectly. When I leave it, suddenly it decides, oh, we have mismatch conflict, no matter how many times I open and close Minecraft. So that's fun. I don't know why that's going on. I instead took a couple flashbacks. I'm gonna make it look all pretty and cinematic of me going along this path with Sanic. Especially because I have beautiful shaders. I don't know how well this will stream. It seems to actually be running surprisingly well on stream. But I'm using very edited super duper vanilla. And I absolutely adore these shaders. They look beautiful all times of the day. It makes it feel like it's always sunset. And it is a little framey now that I'm running around with it. But it's absolutely gorgeous. So I've been using that for screenshots and for whenever I do a time-lapse. Outside, that is. I don't think it's going to look too good if I try and do a time-lapse with that in the mega base. Maybe if I make it really cinematic and look cool, it could. And I turn on night vision. We will see. We'll see. I should just be spamming spacebar. So I don't know if this moves him faster at all. I just know it also helps get his jump up. Because, yeah, he's still slow. Oh, that's why I look more speedy, because of the beacon. I completely forgot about Lilac Beacon. You spam it. I slowly move all the way back. But my goal is to get the server horse-friendly, and that includes going out, hopefully to Josh's base, which is the complete opposite direction up north. And that's going to take some lovely bridges. I'm probably going to connect it from my path in the back of my base. I think that's the best, least water route. Because there is a gap. There is a tiny river to cross there. Yeah, and then the swamp. And I can just do a couple more bridges diagonal then. So that would be the best route. Let's slowly add more bridges. And I need to make a bridge to Racecar too. I need to make a bridge to you and a path and fix the frickin' horse elevator. Because right now it's a death trap. And I need to look around and see what I can do. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to make some sort of redstone elevator. Because I allotted a 2x2 space. I might need to extend it. And I don't know how I can do that without ruining the design of the interior. Oh, experience gained. He's faster now! Sanic's becoming Sanic very slowly. If I go back and forth like 5 more times along that path, he might be maxed. Takes the entire ride back and forth, but eventually we'll get him fast again. There is this death trap that I need to fix. Because you can, if I fill this 1x2 space with water, the horse can get up. But it can't get down. So I need to fix that. Because this is meant to be a horse access. But if I change that, then it doesn't align with the rest of the building, so I'm very limited in what I can do in this space. Because it's already encroaching on the hallway and entrance here, because I just wanted to put stairs to make it look a bit better. So this is the minimum area and maximum area I can work with. Because you need like a 2x2 area anyway to get a horse through. So I need to figure out what in the world we're gonna do there. I don't know. I might just need to abandon the idea entirely and just make that ladders and do a long winding path around this mountain. That may have to be the call. Or connect you up instead to the path that's going to be in the back of my base, because that actually almost perfectly aligns with yours. Let's put Sanic back, because that's not what we're doing today. That is what I want to do in the future. Today is the Nether Hub, and I need to grab the materials, at least for Central, if not North. Boop. Oh, I still have a backpack in my inventory from cleaning up my crops. And more rice. There we go. Oh yeah, I don't think I've like straight up told you race car. There's a bowl buyback program. Please use it. I might have, but just in case I didn't. There is a bowl buyback. This is Western Central, and that's North. Okay. So I think we could absolutely get these done today. And let me dump this off first. Yes, singular torch. Grass, dirt, cobble. Hey, that's not cobble. Cobble. And then the ridiculous amount of crops I have. Because this 4, this is not nice. That. The 4 cooking pots I had was just not enough to deal with the sheer amount of rice I could and wanted to make. And now I physically can't make more unless I make a bigger store. Actually, I do need to fill the cabinets in the tiny little food cart next to it, the street cart. So I might do that. I did not pick up the north. I have a feeling we can get the west done pretty quick. It's not a super complicated schematic in the slightest. But I have a feeling we can get this done extremely quickly. I'm gonna grab north as well. And I feel like we will need it, so I'm gonna grab some couple stacks and another rack, just in case I need building blocks. And there's a creeper over there. Oh, lovely lag. I'm so excited for next week, though. I want to mess around with some of Axiom's capabilities, because you can freehand draw with it. And I have taught myself how to draw pretty damn good with a mouse. I need to send to the schematic. Hold on. Where is my cheat sheet of origins? Thank you. Cheat sheet, Western Central, -9, 400. Yes. There we go. F4, load schematic. Then, not central roof. I should grab central roof as well. And then Nether Hub West and Central. And now, there we go. I'll go back after we finish West and... after we finish Central and North. Ooh! Nether City. Add that. I did find way out there a end ancient city. I think it's like some 3,000 or something out. Okay. Let's start actually getting this done. And also remove that. It's gonna move away. And I don't think we're gonna time-lapse this. I'm not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna get done what we can get done. I did have these somewhat organized. 7 netherite. Oh my. Okay, yeah, we definitely gotta go there. I'm thinking... Did I organize US? Okay, apparently I organized it like that. After I'm done with building Central, I think we'll go over to the... I'll go over to the city. What blocks do we need right now? The cobbled quartz slab and ice, I think, only. And the frog lights. And then I'm pretty sure easy place mode. Do I have to care too much? No, we can literally just spam this. Okay, yeah, perfect. This is why easy place mode is a god. And why it's banned on some servers, so be careful. Get slabs, they're fine. They're okay. I wasn't entirely sure if it helped with slabs, but I am so glad it does. Because now this is going to be far easier than I even thought it would be. I think stairs are still an annoying thing, because you do have it does matter where the character places it and what direction your player is facing. So those will be a slight issue, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue, because I have rare... Okay, never mind. There are some stairs, but they're all easy place things, and it's not complicated patterns. It's just arches, corners. They're not going to be a huge issue. Oh yeah, I was talking about Axiom capabilities. Axiom has a freehand draw, and I'm convinced I can actually use it to draw out and sketch out ideas within Minecraft. I don't like switching between medias in my video. Because I could just, like, show a time-lapse and talk over a time-lapse, but that's not the kind of content I like making, so I usually avoid or just completely remove or completely avoid doing sketches for my project, which is a little annoying because they can be helpful, extremely so for me in design. But if this actually works how I think I can make it work, because the freehand draw, you have to actually have something. It doesn't just draw in 3D, it draws upon existing blocks. There's a strider in my path. So I'm thinking if I can make just like a white outline or a white box of generally what I want, then I can draw out arches and patterns and designs. And from there, just basically draw out whatever I want to build. How much can I get away with? That much in my network. This is... Oh, I love Easy Place. I love it so much. It makes this so much easier. And in like 2 seconds, we're also going to have this lit up and hopefully... How many? That's a lot of striders. Not nearly as many as there could be, but... That's definitely more than should probably be spawning. Sir, out of my face. Thank you. I want to experiment so much with Axiom too. One of the other things I want to do is... I got a little more inspiration. One of the games I finally sat down and finished that I've been talking about for a while is Sly Cooper 4 Thieves in Time, which goes back and visits his ancestors, and one of his ancestors is Ryuichi Cooper, a Japanese raccoon. Adam Facer. There we go. And I got really inspired by the level design. I want to terraform the area surrounding my base, the mountains specifically, and make them more like Japanese-styled, like more stereotypical Japanese mountains, with the mossy, stony peaks. I'm like half focusing on building and half focusing on trying to. I think I could do that extremely easily. I need to see if I can do a schematic and make like a schematic of a couple rocks and just place those infinitely with a brush and world edit, or if it'd be better to do custom rocks. I kind of want to paint it, honestly, and do a couple G masks so I can full on define out the rocks, because if I can do that, and yeah, I need to get back into painting, period. I don't think I have any canvases right now, but I certainly have a lot of leftover paint. I have just like a little bin, like one of those cube shelf bins. I have it full of just little paints, little paint bottles, like the cup. They're not cup ones. I think it's like 4 or 8 ounces, something like that. But it is just full of paint. And a couple ceramic materials. Does that? Okay, yes, that is it. Probably should have made you quartz slabs, not cobbled quartz slabs. Fine. And I need to extend that. Instead of having a giant long staircase that everybody gets hurt on down to the original netherite mines, we'll have the ladder down like we have for the new netherite mine. And I do have to move that hole slightly, but we'll get to that when we... Excuse me, sirs. I'm building here. Out of my face. Out of the way. Out of the way. You're ruining my easy place. You're ruining my placement period. I don't want to hit the zombie piglet because I don't want to deal with angering all of them. Out of here! Love of stars, please. Thank you. Need to get back into art period. That's something I've been wanting to do this year. I got a commonplace journal set up. I'm literally just throwing everything in, including doodles. I want to get more into art again. I love sitting down to draw. I need to actually do it. Sometimes I need to get some good music going. I haven't been doing music because it's a little harder for me to talk when listening to music. And it's usually too loud for me, but quiet on your guys' end. I probably just need a change of setting in my headphones. But I'm almost... Oh, there they go. I'm almost... And I need to move these all so they're not in the way anymore. And that one is now empty. I think I can put shulker boxes in backpacks? No. Oh, it's the other way around. You can't put shulker boxes in backpacks, but you can put backpacks in shulker boxes. Yeah. So you kind of can, but you also can't. Not in the way that is expected, not in the way that's needed, but it's kind of possible if you think about it. And I don't need any of those yet. I need the chisel. And also the quartz slabs and the pale buttons. And I also need quartz slabs in the center of this. And it's going to get mad at me in a second because it's going to see the crimson mines. And I'm not ready for those yet. Can't place those because there's nothing to place them on. They're going to be floating because I don't have the central roof done. Maybe I actually should have just done that one first. That would have been probably the smart choice to go with. I don't think I actually made it in the last video, but we did do a design for the roof itself, or for the roof entrances. And I do need to actually go expand the east roof. So I can actually fit that design, which means I gotta break a whole bunch of bedrock. So that's... It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Interesting is certainly a word for it. Put them back in my hand. It's all just little projects here and there that I need to actually finish so I could do other things. Because I also want to expand my base slightly. I plan on 2, technically 3 more extensions. I want to have... I'm not planning on expanding out any more south, but I do want to add a stairway at the south entrance and expand a couple more rooms east and west and add stairs there. So I have access to my base in basically all directions. Place. Oh, you guys are going to be annoying with this, aren't you? Oh, because it has to be in the specific spot. That's why. Okay. Do I want? I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. I'm placing it this way. I don't care. I don't care. It's far easier to place it. I don't care if the other way looks better. Is this easier to place? I'm not dealing with that. Thankfully, the central schematic is actually probably the smallest one. Or at least the easiest one. I think the north is technically larger. Just because I have to... It's just a giant right corner. So it has to take up way more room because I can't tell it. Oh, well, I probably can tell it. I just don't want to deal with learning how. To directly, only do these certain chunks instead of just the giant square that I have it as. So I probably could diverge these a lot more to make it smaller schematics, but then that'd be a lot more annoying to work with. So I'd rather just have several large... Excuse me, sir. Out of my face. Out of my way. The several large ones that we're working with. Oh, what? Oh, it's a trident stab. It's not. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was a totem. And I don't know why. Oh, that's why I know I need the other frog light. Okay. And next layer is when we get started on the ever so lovely tuff. We need tuff, and I think all of the tuff balls should be it. And the schematic's probably gonna get mad at me because it's connecting two blocks. Because I copy pasted everything. They're in their default state unless I fixed it later. Oh my god, Easy Place is gonna make this beautiful. Okay. Very fond of this. Been dealing with complicated schematics and large annoying things like my mega base. I think that the Nether Hub is technically my largest project, though. Because it definitely spans far larger than anything I've done before. Simply because of how long and how far out it goes. It's far simpler than the Mega Base, and the Mega Base is big, but it's not as big as the Nether Hub. Not quite. It's definitely up there. Because it spans some odd 54 chunks, roughly. Because it takes up like a 6x9 chunk area, but half of those chunks, or those corner chunks, are only half filled, so it's around 50 chunks, but not quite 50 chunks. Okay, torches. Oh right, these torches are really stupid about how you place them. And incredibly annoying. Because if I dare place it like this... Yeah. That is the problem. Oh. Yeah, that's a problem as well. Do you want this guy alive? I'm going to assume yes. I'm just gonna assume shenanigans and leave it there. Okay. Well, I do definitely think this is the largest project I've done to date. I think... No, would that... There is a project I did on the PS3 fucking 5-7 years ago, while ago. I only have pictures of the PS3, of the build, but I did a giant base, of course entirely out of stone brick, because that was the time I made it. It was some 4 or 5 layers castle. I think if it is, it's barely bigger than the Mega Base. But I did build it in creative, not survival, so take it with a grain of salt. Granted, because it was PS3 creative, I built every single block by hand. So it did take me 2 weeks to do that little thing. But now I just copy paste everything. And I've been doing the mega base in increments instead of nothing but it for 2 weeks. I don't know at this point. I do absolutely for sure. This Nether Hub is number 1. Number 2 is a contender. Number 2's got a big old question. Also, yikes, man. I have a feeling muscles are weird. If your lower back's hurting, it could actually be your leg. So I have a feeling my jaw's been... Oh, there we go. My jaw's been annoying me, so it's probably actually tension in my jaw, causing tension in my neck, and then the pain in my shoulder. Okay. Those are just slabs, so let's go up to that amount and grab several of this. Because I should be able to easy place all of this together, no problem. Easy place goes a fair amount away, as far as you can really realistically reach in Minecraft, so we can reach up here. I'm not sure. We're probably going to have to stand on top in order to get the roof done, though. I don't know how I'm going to do the very top of the roof, but we'll find a way. I'm probably going to have to excavate a little bit on top. I don't really want to do that, because then it'll make a spawn area for them. So I might have to do a new bolt. And just... I have a lot of scaffolding. I should go grab that, because that would make my life a whole lot easier. Yeah, netherrack goes away in like 2 seconds, but scaffolding would be even easier. Break 1 block and I get rid of most of it. I know I have a fair amount, because at some point I went and grabbed a bunch of bamboo from something or other. And I ended up putting the excess bamboo into scaffolding, and I had a ridiculous amount of string. I still have a ridiculous amount of string. I forgot I need to add an upgrade to that. Penguin wants to do more infested potions, or potions period, and needs fermented spider eyes for one of them. So I was going to add... I currently have a void upgrade on the storage for my mob farm. So after, like, so many stacks of spider eyes, it just deletes them, basically. But if I add a storage upgrade to it, it'll still delete the excess. But it would actually keep a lot more of it. And let's remove some of the netherrack. Oh, wait. Oh. See, this is the problem with the stairs. Gotta skip a block as I'm building. I am almost tempted to do this bit from the bottom. But then I can't. Okay, yeah. Slightly annoying way it is. That's the wrong block. I should remember which block I don't place. It's 3 in. Okay. Third one. And then turn around, grab. 1, 2. Skip. Very good. Okay. I just need to get into the rhythm of that. I need to get back into a lot of things. Probably what I'm going to do for the rest of this, I've been always very picky about the content I watch. But I've been using... I have like several YouTube accounts at this point. My own personal account, I keep an account for MutationCIP, I keep an account for Mewtwo now. And I use them all for different things. And MutationCIP has been more of the learning account where I will watch help videos. I'm like, oh, this is how you might stream better. This is how you might do I think I was looking at, what is it? Character design for a little bit from you. And so it's been recommending me a lot of learning videos like that. Give me that block. And so now I've been using my Mewtwo account more than anything else. Because I've just been watching a bunch of documentary-like videos, especially right now been seeing different journal tutorials and how other people go about their journals. And it's just giving me a bunch of documentaries now. So I have some saved. One of them I saved is like music theory in 12 minutes. I know nothing about music, so I'm very curious what this is about. Another video I have saved was the geometry of colors. Because you know, like the standard cube for colors is technically not really correct and doesn't give the correct colors, and people are still figuring out better formulas in order to get colors that our eyes actually process. Because currently, I think one of the most accurate color shapes we have is this horseshoe-looking diagram that gives the most accurate current perception. There are some flaws in it still, but it does give the current most accurate one. Because yellow and purple prove to be the most troublesome colors to actually accurately do. Because when you're looking at a color wheel, yellow is going to always be perceived as more light. But when you mix the orange and yellow, it's going to give... What is that down there? Why is there just a spawner down there? Anyway... when you actually connect the colors, it doesn't give what you would actually realistically get from a mixture of the colors. So instead of giving you like a vibrant orange or yellow, instead of giving a vibrant pigment orange when you go and mix directly red and yellow on the wheel, it gives this muddy orange that isn't accurate. And purple doesn't actually really have a curve. It should be the same pigment all around instead of the muddy purples that our current color geometry gives. And for a while we had the triangle, but that one doesn't really work out for similar reasons. So horseshoe's the best we got right now. Just a bunch of fun random things that I'm like, okay, cool. I know this now. I've been meaning to get into documentaries for a good minute anyhow. I can never find like fun documentaries I genuinely want to watch on like Netflix, Hulu, etc. I think the closest I found was I got really invested in a streetcar series or street food series that went across Asia and showing independent streetcar makers. Streetcar owners, there we go, that's what I want. And their family history and how they ended up doing what they do, and the culture around it as well. And how it's impacted or how it got started. Or just straight up their life story. That was genuinely a fun one to watch, because it wasn't one of the shitty documentaries that actually let the people talk, and it's not just completely voiced over by some British girl. And the chest already gone. That's why there's so many Striders. There's a friggin' Strider spawn already. It actually let them talk and then captioned it. Which might be annoying to some people, but I actually appreciate it. You know, hearing the voice, that's it. Cobblestone all the way up. This might be the point I need scaffold. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to reach up there. I know I dropped off that. Let me take this as well, because that's empty. You're almost empty. Let's do this. Throw those in. And I suppose poke crack. And then I can bring back the central roof as well. I should have just gone in my portal. Why did I go in the spawn portal? I actually have one of the things I want to do. I don't know when I'll have the time for this, but I do want. I have a couple videos saved on how to make indie websites. I would love to have a website from you and like share all my projects. Because technically the closest I got to that right now is Tumblr, because Tumblr kind of sort of does that. Because you can literally pay them $5 and then you get your own domain. And if you're using Tumblr on browser, it is just straight up your own website with its own URL. If you ever go to somebody's page. What was that? Scaffolding! Is there any more scaffolding? Okay, 2 stacks. That should be enough to at least get me started. And get me down. It's probably more than enough, and I'm just overestimating again. Or, overestimating, that's correct. And my voice is going gravelly, so I need water. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to place the north section down. So that's not clouding my inventory either. Oh, the north section's actually smaller. Because it's only 3 boxes. This one was 4. That's barely 3 boxes at that. What do I need? I need first. Apparently remove some buttons so I can place some scaffolding. Yeah, that's gonna be the best way. Okay. And because this is all slabs, it's gonna be incredibly annoying to connect up because it has the buttons. So maybe scaffolding isn't the choice because it doesn't have the dynamics that I need. It's easy cleanup. But it's not the function. I think he stole a piece. Thank you. You know, I shouldn't be surprised. I saw the end crystal. I shouldn't be surprised. Yet I am. I need netherrack. Run over here. I do kind of need to dig over here, but not really, but kind of. You know, we're gonna go over to this wall. I'm just gonna go dig in the side of this wall. Like 2 hits of Big Ham should be good enough. If the lava doesn't get rid of all my netherrack. Oh, even 1 hit of Big Ham. Okay, yeah, 1 hit was all I needed. Perfect. That sounds so bad out of context. 1 slam? Somehow that's not any better. 1 punch. 1 punch is good. That's fine. Please. Build my stupid pillars around this. Yeah, this is perfect. Or maybe even 1 lower, because I need... Yeah. Perfect. Best access I can get, really. Bleh. Only an hour in and I've already talked myself out. Oh, I did watch, I've been watching a lot more of I hesitate to say nostalgia because it's not quite my nostalgia, but technically is. I grew up watching a lot of older cartoons, especially through Netflix. So even though it was some years probably before I was born, I watched The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventures, which is a completely different one. And what's another? Sonic Underground's another title. As well as the original Tom and Jerry, because I I have to explain what I mean by original in a second. I'll do that in a moment. I had a classic cartoons disc set. So there is a Tom and Jerry that's been largely forgotten from the late 1920s, early 1930s, when they were humans. And I was actually talking to a friend about it last night, and we learned Tom and Jerry actually got recycled because a little-known animator, who was quite young at the time, actually named Hannah, worked on it, worked on the original Tom and Jerry, so when he moved to MGM, he slightly recycled it for the cat Tom and Jerry. And he never quite, him and his co-worker Barbara, never quite got the rights to it, so Hannah and Barbara recycled Tom and Jerry, and Tom's, I think it was the mouse's original name, Jinx, for Mr. Jinx and Pixie and Dixie by Hanna-Barbera Studios. So that's a long-ass history just for a tiny little thing, and I love it. It's genuinely so cool to me. But you can find some compilations of the very original Tom and Jerry. And well, I need more blocks. I need the correct blocks. I need you. And a little bit of you. That instead. Nope. And Tubi also has like the original Betty Boop cartoons, as well as words. Popeye. And a bunch of others, so I've been watching through that very slowly. I'm making it through the Sonic the Hedgehog one right now. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Stairs. Oh. Where did the blocks go? Did any of them fall down here? Good. I need to plug that hole. Don't lose anything. Yeah, I should have figured that. That didn't take long. Boop. Okay. Circle that. Circle that. I don't actually care how that's oriented. Hopefully, I actually collected all of the blocks that dropped. And they drop off such a wide margin, it's impossible to know where they actually land. Perfect. It's all fine. This is okay. But another thing I found was a set of movies I watched as a kid called Secret of the Nim. Or The Secret of Nim. And also had the second one. So I was watching that last night because my friend that I mentioned prior, their name, I call them Sugar Cookie on the channel. We were hanging out. She knew of Secret of Nim, but had never watched it. And I'd also never actually watched the original Alice in Wonderland, Disney Alice in Wonderland. So we sat down and watched both of those. And thankfully, each of them is like only an hour 20. Secret of Nim is an hour 20. And then the original Alice in Wonderland is, if I remember correctly, it was an hour 15. So that's probably counting credits. So probably even less for the both of them. Oh, easy place. Work, please. That'd be great if you could do. That's a thing. Thank you. Also need to watch again The Last Unicorn is another one I have saved. And just a bunch of movies all in that same vein. We found even more last night, and I'm like, hey, I know you! Hello, random indie cult classic that we probably got from a bargain bin when I was a kid. Like, The Magic Voyage is another one, but I'm like, hey! I recognize that weird worm-looking thing. I know you. Oh, there you go. I know I saved others. I'm trying to think of them. Oh, they have the Looney Tunes show too. Or they have the Looney Tunes and the Looney Tunes show. So the original Looney Tunes collection and then the show that was in the early 2000s, I think? 2010s? Something like that. Yep. Well. That'll do it. Look at this. We can get away with doing this. And I'm already out of blocks. Of course. Oop. I love those. That's kind of important. Of course, I'm getting all the important emails because it's 9 AM on a Saturday. I will deal with those later, even though some of them probably need my attention. No. Oh, I found Pink Panther too. There's the original Pink Panther, and then some, probably only a decade later, Pink Panther and Pals, which included a bunch of other shorts and characters in the same universe. I'm trying to think of more. I know there's more. I randomly saved Pokemon XY, if I missed that one. Sadly, they didn't have XYZ. I don't know if XYZ just got grouped in with XY. I'm hoping that just did. I know I saved others. I'm trying to think of them. Pebble and the Penguin was another one. That is just kind of a hidden one. If you don't really know about it, you might have seen a clip of it. I'm pretty sure there's some popular songs that came from it. Or it uses popular songs. I know there's some clip or another that's been reused from it. I can't think of exactly what it is. And Rock-a-Doodle-Doo is another weird, wacky one in the same vein, where for some reason we just had a ridiculous amount of animal-based cartoon movies in the 90s, 80s. Or is that 90s? I'm looking this up. Scooby? Thankfully, it'll tell me its date. My list. Oh, I saved Oswald the Lucky Rabbit in Aesop's Fables. Aesop Fables is where the human Tom and Jerry came from. Oh, Arthur and the Invisibles was another one. Babar, King of Elephants. When is Rock-a-Doodle-Doo? 1991, so yes, the 90s. Pebble and the Penguin, 95. So yeah, it is the 90s where we just suddenly had a bunch of animal protagonists. Stella Luna is another one that I found that I'm like, hey, I kind of know you. That's 2002. And it's about a bat. I think it's a fruit bat. I'm gonna sprint, or not sprint. Shift, because that's probably the call. Oh wait, this is... Okay, I'm doing this now. This is so much faster. Bloop. What happens, happens. What happens, mostly happens. No deal. It's along the way. Oop. And I'm already almost out of blocks. Yeah, this literally last 5. Bruh. It's not like I keep a lot of stuff in my inventory. It's just full of the blocks I need right now. Oh, Slug Terror was another one I have saved. I don't know why that's a thing. It was on Netflix for a while. I know there was a show. It doesn't seem like Tubi has the show itself, but they have a bunch of their movies. So I have to sit down, figure out which order they go in, and start watching it. There's a Slug Terror. Oh, I have to play that. I was a huge Slug Terror fan for a hot minute there. I never had like any merchandise or anything, but I loved watching through it. may have watched through it too many times. It's the problem with me in shows. It's like why I like having them on the right-hand side and not super paying attention to them. Because I have a pretty decent memory, so I watch it once, and I just kind of remember all the details, and there's no point in me watching it again. Unless it's something I seriously, like, artistically appreciate, and I want to watch the little details. Or it's generally such a good movie that it doesn't matter that I know everything that happens. Like, Men in Black. Another one I want to watch, because I just keep seeing, like, for a while, seeing a bunch of clips of it on Instagram, is Ron's Gone Wrong. And I'm almost tempted. There is a film called The Queen's Corgi, and I don't know how it involves the plot at all. I just know he meets Trump's Corgi. And that is a thing that happens. I don't know how it influences the plot, but it is an event that occurs. And of course, it's a 2020 movie, made in 2020. So, you know, it's just weird brain rot, but I'm too curious. I really want to know what in the world this stupid thing's about. So I'm almost tempted to sit down and watch that. Yep, nope, that's the wrong block. What? Why are you placing more than... Oh, because I'm shifting, probably. What else do I have saved? Hold on. Oh, Monster and... Oh, I've saved Garfield, too. There's the original Garfield and Friends, and then the Garfield show are two different ones that... A lot of these just have an old version, and then I also have the newer version. Of whatever it may be. Is that a stack? I still miss the old Garfield and Friends. I can't not hear. I don't care about any of the new Garfield voices. I only care about the original Garfield voice. He will always be whatever that first guy was to me. I'm almost tempted. I do adore Garfield. I'm almost tempted to watch the Garfield movie that happened semi-recently, whenever that was. I'm wasting so many rockets. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. I just looked over my other screen because I still have Tubi up. The Men in Black series, or animated series, apparently is a thing. So I'm very curious what that's about. And if they actually got... I can't remember the actor for Kay. But Kay and Will Smith to voice them. Because if not, that's going to be interesting. I'm curious if they kept the same voice actors for the worms, too. Oh yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Show that briefly existed. Oh, and Tom and Jerry's on there, and two different Rabbids Invasion. Just a bunch of random stuff I got saved. And I almost accidentally closed Stream. OBS. There we go. Stream. We're gonna go with all that. Yep. It's very annoying. Sometimes I accidentally close it when I don't need to. Because it'll be like... Or no, I think it makes me accidentally close. It's either Discord or OBS that has this problem for me. Every now and again, it looks like it's full screened or like full tab. But it's just barely not, and so I'll accidentally close something else because I go to close it, and then because I barely missed the X, it'll close whatever's behind it. Don't know why that's a problem. I have a recurring problem with my desktop, and for some reason this is just a Windows thing. I don't know why. Probably because I don't have it. I have a very customized desktop at this point. And it looks all nice and pretty. I found a widgets launcher, so I have a bunch of cute little widgets going on. And I have my icons kind of set about randomly, almost. And they're not using the traditional grid. I have them free place. So every time I open my computer, they're all placed at the top left-hand corner and not where they're supposed to be. Thankfully, there's already solutions for this, so I found an app called Desktop OK, and it'll just save the place of wherever your icons currently are. And whenever you open your computer, you can just click on Desktop OK and click Restore whichever thing you want to restore. If I could steal it for over here. How you land. Not how you land either. There we go. And an easy. I had to easily place off. Why weren't you letting me place? You suck. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I definitely need a new pile, I think, for the entirety of these. We're already an hour in. It is 10:30 a.m. So I think we'll wrap up this, quickly make the central one, the central roof, and then call it there. And if Misty's still alive, go raid her. I'd assume she would still be. Maybe. We might catch her on the tail end. Or she'll catch us. One or the other, because I know she's been streaming for a few hours. She was screaming when I was making breakfast, so. And lots of lovely progress. And I still need to edit the golf around video. I need to edit the baby Mew clips. And a while back, I think you were on... I'm pretty damn sure you were on stream with this one, Race Car. When I randomly played Terra Swoop Force after doing something or other. I can't remember what the beginning of stream was. I just know we ended with Terra Swoop Force. It might have just been literally a normal Passion SMP stream. And I got bored. That's probably what occurred. Or maybe we were trying to... I don't know. I just know one stream we ended with that. Oop. Oh, I need to do that interior part too. I need to see if that's actually worth doing any supercut at all. I have golf around mostly done. I have it supercut to the clips I want. What I've been doing is, for variety streams, I have a different editing process for the videos. For the variety streams, I'll do a supercut of everything, and then from there, pick which clips I like the most. And after that, then I'll fix up the clip to look proper. Alrighty. So right now what I have is a bunch of supercut clips that aren't quite a video, because a lot of them cut out actually what happens, because it was silent for a moment during whatever happened during the clip. Let me. That'll do. So I need to actually go in and fix the clip so it shows whatever happened, or I'll do a zoom in on what happened if it's not obvious. And then editing videos, I'm a lot more vague with how I do it, honestly. I think is the best way to put it. I think I'm gonna have to come back for that last stair. Because unless... I do have extra tuff, so I may be able to just make some more on the spot. I probably should be able to. Because I skipped some corners. Is there a block missing? Is that a block missing, or is that a corner missing? That's a corner. Okay. Yeah, okay, we can absolutely. I feel like this calls for an approach. There we go. Perfect. There's so many. I need. I'm honestly just gonna break that wall. Where? It was over here. Yeah. You don't need to be here. I don't care about the bricks either. Nope. Drink Gugwa. Hit something on my way back to putting my water bottle. On my way back to putting my water bottle? I'm gonna stick with it. You know what? Yeah. We'll stick with it. So glad this is almost done. Or at least this first part of it. This is definitely the smallest portion, but admittedly, everything else is about the same size. Except the east wing. The east wing I probably should have split into 3. It's split into 2 different parts. For a idea of how much larger the east wing is, if I remember the amounts correctly, the south wing, one of the schematics, I think at most they needed like 29 stacks of cobbled quartz. The east wing max, one of them needed 42. Or 38. I can't remember exactly what the number is, but it needed over 40 stacks. It could have honestly been 48. I don't currently have the spreadsheet up. Because the spreadsheet was straight up the most efficient and easiest way to catalog what we needed for the Nether Hub. And I'm so happy I did, because stars did it make it far easier to spread all of this out. And to collect all of it, because I knew exactly what I needed to get. Well, I had estimations, basically. I had it set up so it would round to one of the nearest numbers. So it'd round to the nearest block, and then... or round up the nearest block, and up the shulker box. Or I think... yeah, round up the nearest shulker box. So I think at most I had to collect a stack of extra items, and it's not just I had to collect a stack of extra items for each thing, a stack extra total. There were very few things that it missed, and it was almost always something easy to grab, or I already had on hand. And I need to fix you. I should have in... that's the wrong one. I need cyan. I should honestly move the cyan to the other side, because I always confuse it with the light gray. Or the normal blue backpacks. We need a single... I need to put you that first. And then, yeah, I'm gonna do that, because that's just gonna make my life easier. And hit face and wall? Yes. Oh, there we go. Lovely. And then the rest of this is unnecessaries. I should probably actually throw this stuff just in here for the sake of it. And I will move the netherrack to this one, because it's a guarantee that I'm gonna need it. And this is literally all we need for this. And I shouldn't need to make an opening at all. It should just be that. I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure it's central -9 4. Did I really put that the same origin? No, I think I copy pasted that. Did it? Oh, -4. I wrote it wrong. Because this spot is negative. So if we do load, central roof, load, we're gonna undo west central. There we go. So up there now. We'll see this. I need to remove a piece of bedrock though. So I need to grab the stuff for that. Because the problem, we want to put scaffolding around this. So you can't fall down easily, but you can come up easily. But scaffolding needs something to rest on. Wait, I want to see. This may be... This could be really funny if it works. If it does work, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. No, it doesn't. Okay, it does need a full block to rest on. There isn't a block. I might actually change it from this. because it doesn't have a piece of bedrock to rest on, to this one over here. Or literally one of these. Because these ones don't have any bedrock to rest on. Yeah, okay. Let's go grab materials for that. And I'm pretty sure I have an extra shulker block hiding in my inventory. And then after that, if Misty is still alive, we'll go raid her out. Hey, boop. But I imagine this is going to take like all of 2 seconds to place. If I don't lag. You are empty, you are not. You have the excess scaffolding. That goes there. I still need the 13 in my inventory because of that. The excess obsidian and blocks. I am aware that it just stacked up with the other stuff. I am fine with that. I'm pretty sure there should still be space. Not this one. This one. Yeah. For the excess obsidian. Because I went through and fixed the portals when we did the excavation. So I don't actually need any of the obsidian that I have put out in the boxes. Whom's doing redstone? We need TNT and pistons and buttons. Or it's a lever actually. I do actually need obsidian, and not seeing any TNT. I am seeing lag. TNT. Did I move that perhaps into here? No. So I do not currently have any TNT, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I do actually need obsidian for this to work. And then we just need a plain block. I'm gonna grab another stack of netherrack so we can throw that in with the materials for the other thing. Excess torches are not needed, because we have torches right here. I'm gonna throw 2 more in, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want to. Yeah. What was that? TNT, I've already forgotten. Sand? We have a little bit of sand. Yeah, pretty sure it's more sand than more gunpowder than sand, if I remember recipes right. Something like that. It's something. I know that. I don't make TNT enough. I usually find it instead. Okay. So I'm just gonna need 2 stacks of... I don't want to use all my sand, but we're just gonna use all of it. Actually, I don't have the inventory for that. So half stacks each time, 2.5 stacks. There should be more than enough. I imagine there could be. I've been AFK enough. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna throw it off for a second. Push that. There we go. Beautiful. Is that... Oh, there is a creeper! Right now! He's dead. It's a simple farm, but it's a good enough farm for my needs. And I probably need to actually refill my backup rocket supply, but it's fine. That should be everything. Nope, I need trapdoors. I'm wrong. Trapdoors are literally an integral part of doing this. Trapdoor. Door. There we go. Because I don't think you can do this without a trapdoor in some form or fashion. I think technically, if you had like a mod to crawl, which we do not, you could. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure it is a necessity. So let's see if I remember how to do this right. We need a good old regular block. And I'm gonna need to reorganize my inventory for this as well. I need to see how this does. How do you do thing? How does one do this? How do you do this? Hold on, that's an interesting thing. I'm gonna save that to watch later. How does one do this? Is history. How didn't I? Where is? That's how. Okay, I have messed up, but ever so slightly. So there is a bare block. I'm gonna just make it obsidian. Because honestly, it doesn't need to be. Also, welcome back. Hi. I'm Billy. Hi, Racecar, Billy Bob, whichever. And then you. And then this. And then this. And I need to be able to replace these. And if I do this correctly, I'm gonna change my controls. So my use block is gonna be, oh, should be free. Yes. Oh, hold piston, hold here, place, done correctly. No. And we're gonna attempt to rebuild this using the key O. And it's not typically how you're meant to do it. I like getting under the trapdoor first, because that takes me the longest, and then inching out until I can reach. Correct. There we go, bedrock. Bedrock broken. Honestly, I'm gonna throw all this stuff in a backpack, because I do need to sit down and destroy a bunch of bedrock so I have the same 3x3 hole over in the Nether, in the north entrance. So that's gonna be a load. I probably need to switch out some of that bee farm for. Oh, it's full, so all the bottles are done. So yeah, I need to switch that out to shears. And then we can do... boop. I don't care. We're doing this instead. All of this just for a very simple schematic. There's so much work to break a single piece of bedrock. Just so I can place scaffolding. Yeah, let's... Nope, that's the wrong button. I have my go down one layer set to my left, or my right alt. So, there is a slight problem there? Now, let me turn this off for a second so I can place these. And there. Nope. And there. Why do I have 4 extra? I don't know. Realistically, I probably should have realized that sooner. There's no way I'm fitting 13 in a 9-spot area of 1 extra spot. Actually, it is only 9. Because the middle one's empty. I don't know. I really don't. It was something. I don't know what. Because I had a perfect 2 stacks of scaffolding from the other thing, so I don't know why in the world I have 13 saved. And how in the world I ended up with... Is it 13 on the schematic? Or did I just mess up somewhere? Material list. No, it says 9. So I don't know how I ended up with 13 at some point. I probably put in it as a different thing. And put in the wrong number at the wrong place. And then stairs here. Let's change this slightly. Where is... We change these to that. Perfect. Boop. This is why you keep stone cutters on you. And then just do one frog. That is not what I wanted to place. Frog light. And now we just place a bunch. Yeah, I don't... Do I need the schematic anymore? No, that is it for the schematic. Okay. Easy place off. Schematic unload. Oh, you have to place it from the bottom. Why aren't you? I should have just grabbed bone meal, but no. I grabbed the exact amount that I needed. Of the actual thing. If I place blocks, this will actually make this easier. Yeah. And that's the incorrect block, but whatever. Or incorrect tool, not block. Please. There we go. And then the last 10. And I can't place that, so somehow I've ended up with an extra 2. Alright, beautiful. And I have several odds and end resources left over. Thank you. And these will be thrown back into my base, and I can do the rest of this another day. I underestimated. There we go, that's the correct one. Underestimated how much time it actually takes to build something. And break bedrock. Quartz. Quartz. Alright, my quartz is over here. Yes. And molded blocks. Oh wait, you guys should actually be over here. Pillar. Modded, or vanilla misc. And slabs, go with slabs. And stairs with stairs. Stairs, slab, brick, misc, and just normal. Back in its what? All the things where they should be. Still don't know how I ended up with 13 scaffolding. And a bunch of extra wood. Okay. So that's 2 of the... Oh, not 2, technically. 2, yes, but not 3. Not the 2 I was expecting. Miscellaneous signs. We got all of Central done. But not North. I'm gonna move these boxes. So it's a little easier to get around my own base. So yeah, there's a fair difference in the amount of materials between South and East. Because East has 7 boxes, versus each one of South only has 5. Or, yeah, they both have 5. And then East has 7. I think one of them has 8. Oh no, 7 and 6. Yeah. Okay. Slowly getting there. Okay. Oh, there's a backup. You're echoing. Let's see. Is my speech still live? Oh, she's already gone. Alright. Then that'll be it. Okay. I don't know anyone else that is live. Switch that over so I don't have to worry about that later. Yeah. So we'll finish off there. There will be a video tomorrow. I will make sure this gets up by tomorrow. And we will also still be streaming tomorrow morning. I should be done with the video, so the video should be up at the time we actually start streaming. 9 a.m. I might move it to 8 a.m. The schedule time to 8 a.m. So it's just up and ready. So there's a little bit of time to watch it before the stream, or you can watch it after the stream. Or I might actually put it for the end of stream at 11 a.m. That's actually a better idea. I'm gonna do that. I should get it done tonight, so that'll be up. If I also get it done, then I will also schedule up the golf around video, because I expect that shouldn't take too much work. Oh yeah, I need to actually put this out there. I got tipping set up, so if you want to tip and support the stream, there's tipping through sound alerts. I want to get that as a reminder in chat, or as just a little reminder on stream itself. I will figure out how I want to do that. But there are various ways you can tip me. You can just throw me $1. Or if you want to subscribe without subscribing, there's the $5, $10, and $25 options, which are the same as the tier 1, 2, 3 subs. And they all have their own crazy sound effects. So that'll be it. I think that is everything. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you, Racecar, for popping into the stream. That'll be it. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.